Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Yes, another, I just worked out a video with me still perspiring because it's 95 out. And I just went for a fast walk. Running in this heat's not really smart. So today I want to ask you, what do you believe? I am here to help you break through fears, to help you look at things maybe a little differently. Because when you have a mind shift, you become a different person. And maybe that one little way of looking at things differently could actually create an opening for something new and wonderful in your life. But we want to make sure that that shift is on a higher frequency, because we don't want those lessons anymore, right? We want to get it right. We want to take those challenges and say, okay, what do I need to learn from this so that I don't have to deal with this again? Now, so many of us, we have these challenges in our life and we fight them, we battle them, we say, this isn't supposed to be this way. Instead of realizing those are your gifts, this is what you were given to work on and agreed to receive to work on, so that you could deal with whatever it is you need to move through. Is it low self-esteem? Is it you need to forgive? Do you need to release your ego? Stop trying to control everything. Non-judgment. Acceptance. That's a big one. Look at the situation. So I want to ask you, what do you believe? If I showed you different scenarios on a video and I'd say, okay, I'm going to give you this scenario and asked you, what does this person believe? You would probably crank it out pretty fast, right? I'd show you somebody who's struggling and never being able to pay their bills, and you would say, oh, they believe in lack. They have a lack mentality. Then we'd go to somebody in an abusive relationship that stays in the abusive relationship. Oh, they believe they have low self-esteem. They believe they're not worthy. And we could go on and on and on. You could see somebody who's ill, and you would say, well, this person may, I'm not picking on the illness thing, this is just an example, one example. Perhaps they have anger and they are internalizing the anger. That's a big one. And a lot of times anger, stress, all these things, we internalize it. And we continue doing the same things that keep us in that, let's just say negative frequency that is really detrimental to our health. So I'm going to ask you right now, look at your life, look at the things, what would you like to change right now? What would you like to change? Would you like something to improve? Would you like to have more self-esteem? Would you like to be at peace? Would you like to not have fear? Would you like to live with abundance? Name those things. Would you like to attract people that are more, let's say, respectful to you? Well, then what do you have to believe in order for those things to actually exist right now in your life? So if you're not getting the person of your dreams, who do you have to be? How do you have to believe? What do you have to believe, I should say, in order for you to be the right match for that person? You see, if you're not attracting that person, you're not on the same frequency. So maybe you don't have confidence, or maybe you're needy and you think that you need a person to be happy, and that person's possibly very, let's say, very confident. And they don't want to be around a needy person, so there's a mismatch there. So look at yourself and say, what do I have to consider here if I want to make a change and start believing what is necessary in order to become that new person, to create that new reality? So we know that people that are wealthy have no problems believing that they're capable of creating wealth, manifesting wealth. It never probably even crosses their mind. I'm sure it doesn't. Healthy people, they don't even think about illness. They're not focused on that at all. They probably laugh a lot. They're probably very, at peace with things. They probably take care of themselves. There are patterns that go along with the people that have the things that you may want, right? You may desire. So let's create those. So what belief do you have to have? Think about that thing you would like, that thing you would like to change in your life. I would like to be more confident. What do you have to change? What do you have to believe in order to be more confident? Well, I'll tell you what. if you want to be more confident, know that you are equally as powerful, worthy, valuable, and beautiful as anyone. So you're believing that you're not. You're believing something you've been told, or something that happened, or something that's gone on through your life. Maybe you have something that has been labeled less than that, and you believed it. It's only your belief. It's not what's occurred to you. It's what you chose to believe from those circumstances that creates, that manifests the reality. So if you blame others or situations, how's that serving you? It's not. It's not serving you at all. Not well. So you don't have to believe it. Whether they were right or wrong, it's irrelevant. It's all about what you're choosing in your life right now that is joyful. So I have seen some of you that have told me that you want a specific person. Why do you need that? That is not their choice. They don't want to be with you. You think it's perfect? They don't. So I'm not understanding why you would want something that is so not working. It didn't work. And if it's going to work and you still desire them and you go on that frequency that they were on, then perhaps they will come back. Chances are they won't. You have to learn from this. Your perfect person is out there. But what if you were confident on your own? There's nothing more appealing than a person that's so happy on their own, and that a love interest is a bonus, not a requirement for joy. No one should have that responsibility. So let's, same thing with money. You're needing, that's the N word. Guys, in case you don't know what the N word is, we don't use the N word. I need this. I need. Need is I need it because I don't have it. I lack. Lack, lack, lack. I need, and that's the message you're putting out to the universe. I need. So when you step back and say, wait a second, I do have those things. And somebody says, well, no, you don't. They're not in the material world. Well, you know what? That's that dense thinking that everything I see is all there is. Most of what there is not what you see. In fact, this is one fraction of what exists. The power of the universe, the energy, is all of the probabilities that haven't even manifested in the material world. They exist. They're just not manifesting in the material world because we get to choose that, right? So the billion, gazillion different scenarios out there exist, and only one or two or three or whatever can be in your life at one time. So that's why you don't see them, so you get to switch over into the new one. What reality do you want to bring in? Are you done hanging on to the belief that's not serving you? And there's so much anger. I'm hearing so many people saying, I don't get it. What do I need to do? How many times do I have to say it? How long do I need the ritual? It's the money. And I'm thinking, still on that ego low frequency that is not believing, thinks there's a magical thing, thinks law of attraction is something out there I have to bring in, and not realizing you have everything right now. You have to be on that same frequency, and then it becomes visible to you. Why? Because that's where it's existing. It's on a frequency, and that we are in a physical world, and it will materialize. I guarantee you that. It's physics. So you say, well, I'm thinking this, and this is not happening. There are so many other factors involved, and one is the best, highest, let's say, situation for you. There are, and especially with those of you who let go, will receive the best, highest situation. So maybe you don't get that job, and instead of questioning, you go, that was not the best one for me. And those of you who want it, and maybe you get it, you find out it was just a nightmare. And there are others that are on the higher frequency, accept the fact that if you didn't, it's because there's something greater for you. You accept it because you have total faith. So that's a real high frequency. That is, oh, well, the other frequencies are saying, oh, well, I'm doing all the right things, and then it didn't show up. Oh, well, then you don't have faith, and you don't understand that you are now, if you're on a higher frequency, will receive something extremely incredible. And you say, wow, ooh, I'm excited. I didn't get that job. There must be something better out there for me. Yay! Get ready for it. And know it's already existing, and that it will have to line up in the material world, because we have linear time here, that gets it in alignment to bring it to you. And then, you know what, you're not waiting for it. You're not expecting anything. It's a wonderful bonus. And you'll always have exactly what you need. Then you get exactly what you need, and you're not thinking, I need anything. You know that you have it all. What do you have to believe right now in order to be that person that receives whatever it is you desire? Who is that person? It's not you if you don't have it. So you will have to think about the belief that you must, let's say, adopt, and you have to really believe it in order to receive and manifest that new reality. What is that belief? You're going to have to switch out of something that is negative. And that's why the 3-second manifestation, hello, please, if one more person says it said 10 seconds, it's deceiving. No, I started out 10 seconds. We ended up at 3 seconds manifesting, and really it was less than that. And somebody wrote in and said, if it's only 1 second, it really does only take 1 second to catch yourself and go, oh, boom, and you're into that new thought, that positive higher thought. Then eventually you start to believe that thought because you're seeing that thing that you desire. You're seeing that house or that person or that job or just being peaceful, just being at peace. You know, I don't hear many people say that's all they desire. Clarity. I always ask for clarity. And that's what's going to come to you. So what do you have to believe right now in order to be manifesting things you do not desire? What is that belief that's keeping you there? What do you have to believe in order to get the new reality? Because you do have to believe in order to receive it. Believe and receive, right? It's on the same frequency. You can't receive this up here if you're believing this and saying, I can't get that. Remember the elevator? It's on the top floor. You got to get in on the elevator and push it. You got to know which floor you want to get to. You know you're on your way up. Just relax. It takes its time. It gets up there, you know, and you got to get up to that higher frequency. Get on the floor. Oh, it's up there. My perfect love is up there. My abundance is up here. Yeah, I was on the wrong floor. New belief. What's that new belief? And here is the challenge. You have to really believe it. You have to believe it in order to get to that frequency to receive it. So work on that. I've got a lot of videos on that. Somebody said, how do we do it? I said, I have 2,000 videos. I think you can probably find 1 or 2 in there that'll help you with that. Those of you are wondering why it looks like there are comments that are coming out before my video does. That's because if you're on one of my playlists, you actually get to view the video before I publish it. So sometimes I make up videos and I sit on them for a while. They go into a playlist, and if you're on that playlist, you'll get it right away. And then I may publish it maybe a week later, whatever, depending on the day or what I want to talk to you about. Then I publish it, and then the rest of the public gets it. So if you want a specific subject, go ahead and go into playlist. I have Manifest Abundance, Breakthrough Fears, Quantum Physics, Quantum Leaps. I've got all kinds of relationships, Dolores Cannon's in there. I make specific ones just so you guys don't have to go in and find things, but you can also do a keyword search. So if you're in my meditation playlist, all of those meditations will show up for you, all right? It'll let you know when I've posted a new one. All right, so you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. What do you believe? Look around you. Namaste.